नहीं दे बंद कर दूंगा। हाँ वो क्या बात है। और स्क्रीन से ये पूरा ये स्क्रीन अपना
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. As we were preparing for this event, we were all devastated by the news coming out of Las Vegas, as I'm sure all of you were. And that's coming off a challenging past few weeks with Hurricanes Harvey, Irma, and Maria, and other events around the world. It's been hard to see the suffering, but I've been moved and inspired by everyday heroism. People opening up their homes, and to first responders literally risking their lives to save other people. Our hearts and prayers are with the victims and families impacted by these terrible events. We are working closely with many relief agencies in affected areas, and we are committed to doing our part. It's a true privilege to be at the SF Jazz Center. It's a great American institution for jazz performance and education. And it's really good to see familiar faces in the audience. As always, I want to give a shout out to people joining us on the live stream globally from around the world. Since last year and since Google I/O, we've been working hard, continuing our shift from a mobile-first to an AI-first world. We are rethinking all our core products and working hard to solve user problems by applying machine learning and AI. Let me give you an example. Recently, I visited Lagos in Nigeria. It's a city of 21 million people. It's an incredibly dynamic, vibrant, and ever-growing city. Many people are coming online for the first time. So it's very exciting, unless you happen to be in the Google Maps team and you have to map the city. And it is changing so fast. And normally we map a place by using Street View, doing a lot of stuff automatically. But it's difficult to do that in a place like Lagos because the city is changing. You can't always see the signage clearly. And there are variable address conventions. Things are insequential. So for example, take that house there. If you squint hard, you can see the street number there. It is number 3 to the left of the gate. That was relatively easy. On to a harder problem now. That house, that's what we see from Street View. I think as humans, it's probably pretty hard. Maybe one or two of you can spot it out. But our computer vision systems, thanks to machine learning, can pick it out, identify the street number, and start mapping the house. So we approached Lagos completely differently. We deployed machine learning from the ground up, and just in 5 months, the team was able to map 5,000 kilometers of new roads, 50,000 new addresses, and 100,000 businesses. And it's something which makes a real difference for millions of users there, as Google Maps is popular. And we think this approach is broadly applicable. Let's come closer to home. Parking in San Francisco. I don't even try it anymore, but for those of you who try it, we again use machine learning. We understand location data. We try to understand patterns, our cars circling around, and the color shows the density of parking, and we can analyze it throughout the day and predict parking difficulty, and in Google Maps, give you options. A simple example, but it's the kind of everyday use case for which we are using machine learning to make a difference. The best example I can think of, what we've talked before, is Google Translation. I literally remember many years ago adding translation in Chrome and making it automatic so that if you land in a page different from your language, we do that for you. Fast forward to today, with the power of machine learning and our neural machine translation, we serve over 2 billion translations in many, many languages every single day. To me, shows the power of staying at a problem, constantly using to make it better and seeing users respond to it at scale. This is why we are excited about the shift from a mobile-first to an AI-first world. It is not just about applying machine learning in our products, but it's radically rethinking how computing should work. At a higher level, in an AI-first world, I believe computers should adapt to how people live their lives, rather than people having to adapt to computers. And so we think about 4 core attributes